We are talking about social media tonight. This is one of my favorite things to share with you guys. Oh, Brooke is tired and ready for tomorrow to be over. What happens tomorrow, Brooke? You have to help me. Oh, the inauguration or what? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to get political. Didn't mean to go there. Anyways, so we are going to talk about social media. Tomorrow will be an interesting day on social media. Actually, Kimberly, remind me to talk about engagement, like things. There's all the things we could do tomorrow for engagement, right? In a non-political way again. So we are going to talk to you guys tonight about social media. Last week we talked about inviting. So if you weren't on that call or you want to go back and watch it, it's in our new Coach Launchpad. But you know, these I find are really the two biggest things that new coaches struggle with. It's what I struggled with. It's what Kimberly struggled with, which is starting to put ourselves out there on social media, which feels really weird and icky and sloppy and like you just don't know what you're doing. And if that's the way you feel, that's totally okay because everybody's been there. And then the inviting piece. So I don't have my tracker in front of me, my business activity tracker, but there's a reason that these two things are on your, if you look at your business activity tracker, you have the workouts and Shakeology up here, you have the challenge group stuff down here. That big chunk in the middle is where your business grows, okay? You're going to work out and drink your Shakeology anyways, hopefully, just for yourself. You know, once you do these things in the middle, you're going to have challengers and you're going to pour into them in your challenge groups. But it's these things in the middle. It's the social media, the adding followers, the posting in your stories, the inviting, the following up. Those are the things that are actually going to grow your business. And they're also the things that I see a lot of coaches not willing to do, but that's not us, okay? Because you signed up to be a coach because you were attracted to what we were doing. You love the workouts, you love the community, you want to tell other people about it. And this is where we get bold in our soul and we do the work, right? And I was listening to a sermon today or maybe I was reading a devotion, I can't remember now. But it was talking about how sometimes God's plans, maybe you have these dreams in your heart and, it doesn't work out the way you want it to. And I know that can happen. I've seen some coaches come and go, but I've never felt more on fire about the coaches that are on our team, like our new coaches, especially. Like you guys are here for a reason. And I see you doing things that are scaring you. And I see you, using your business tracker and I see you asking us questions and like, that's where you grow. So I just want to encourage you in that. And if you have anything you're struggling with tonight, if you have anything you want to ask us questions about, like that's what these calls are about. But tonight we are going to dive into social media. Social media is good. Kimberly just talked about this on our Coach Up call. Social media, I feel like God has given us this platform to, yes, build a business, which is a gift and a blessing, but he's given us this platform to share Jesus, to be a light, talking about tomorrow, the inauguration. I don't care which side of the aisle you fall on, like we have an opportunity to be a light in what will probably be a really messy and dark place tomorrow, with people who just can't be positive to save their life. And, again, I know what I believe. I know who I voted for. I know all that stuff, but it doesn't matter. Today, I'm here to encourage people and to do my job and to just show up in a good way where there's not a lot of people necessarily showing up. Sorry, I got off on my soapbox a little bit, but tonight we're going to talk about social media. So let me share my screen and Kimberly and I are just going to tag team to help you guys. Let's see. Let me figure out. Let me go back to the start. Okay. So we definitely we don't want this just to be something that you do just to do it. We don't want this to be something that you do. Yes, right now you're going to do it because we tell you to do these things. But I think that God has shown me how he can use me through this. And like every day when I post something, I get a message from somebody who is encouraged by me, even if they don't join my challenge group. And I'm excited for those type of things to start happening through you and through your own business. So we really want to talk about tonight how you can build a solid foundation with your social media, do it purposefully. And we also want to teach you how to have a healthy relationship with social media because it can get out of control really fast if you're not aware of habit, like being on your phone too much or being sucked into thinking, oh my gosh, nobody liked my post, I must not be good at this, or she got more likes or comments than me, I must not be as good as her. Like that's all stuff that Satan plants in your head, and it's not true. You have a purpose. You have a story that needs to be told that someone out there needs to hear. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about these things, setting up your Instagram page. And when I focus a lot on Instagram, you should, whatever you post on Instagram, you should be posting on Facebook right now. Okay. Because Facebook is a warmer market for most people. That means that there are most likely people there that know you better. Instagram's kind of a colder place. We're going to teach you how to grow relationships and grow there, because Instagram is really, I feel like, where it's at right now. At some point you definitely need to be collecting emails and things as you're in conversations with people, but we want to teach you how to use Instagram effectively. But don't neglect Facebook. If you add friends on, or if you follow people on Instagram, make sure that you're following people on Facebook. If you post it on Instagram, make sure you post it on Facebook. All right. Because you would basically have two whole markets there that you can tap into. So we're going to talk about setting up your Instagram page, how to grow your following, talk about the fact that, yes, you are selling a product, but we are going to teach you how to share your story to really reach people. A little bit about Instagram stories, how not to use social media, some of our favorite apps, and then, what to do as far as that healthy relationship. So I'm just going to tackle this part, and I'll let Kimberly tackle the next page. Setting up your Instagram page. All right. This is really important. Actually, I shared this, I think that reel that I shared in our training today was about actually setting up your IG bio. And this is important. I think that, like that girl said in the video, you should definitely have your name as your account. I just feel like people connect with your name over something else. Now, Shannon doesn't have her name, and it works well for her. But I have my name up there. I want people to know who I am. It's not the Mitchells, it's Rachel J. Mitchell, because that's my name. So I think it's good to have your name. If you don't feel led to do that, think about that, pray about that for sure. After your name, I encourage you to have some type of mission statement. All right. Mine is encouraging women to follow God first and everything else second. And then I have a couple of bullet points about who I am. This is the old one. Now it says homeschooling boy mom, kind of fit-ish, because I don't want people to think that you're going to come to my page and I'm just going to be eating celery and kale all day, right? I do love to be healthy, but I still like to have some other treats. I'm a Southern girl, goal getter. There's nothing about Beachbody on there. There's nothing about a coach. There's nothing. If you put the word coach in there, that's totally fine. But I want people to be attracted to me for these things, because I follow God. I want people to follow me who have boys too, or who are homeschool people, who are interested in health and fitness, but don't want it to consume their life. So that was kind of the thinking behind my bio. But this is the thing that people see first. Before people make a decision to scroll down and look at your posts, before people watch your stories, before people decide, am I going to follow this person or not? This is the first thing that they're going to see. And the picture matters as well, you guys. If your picture is not a clear picture of you, then you need to change it. If it's like a picture of you and 3 girlfriends from a weekend away, you need to change it, because people are going to come and they're going to be like, who's Rachel? Like, which one of those people is Rachel? Now, if it's a picture of you and your family, that's great. I think that's good. If it's a picture of your cat or your dog, you need to change it. One thing I want you to hear from me tonight is you need to have more pictures of you up there than anything else, because I just remember Jenna Kutcher did an experiment with this one time, and she's a photographer and she likes to take pictures, and she was like, there were no pictures of me. And she said, whenever I just did an experiment for 30 days and like 80-90% of my pictures were pictures of me, she said my Instagram following, my engagement, everything went up, because people came to my page to learn about me, right? So I'm going to encourage you to do that. Yes, use some white quotes. Yes, share some things. Like, I definitely put pictures of my family in there. But if you go to my page, people know who I am and what I look like and my personality. And this took me time to figure out how to do that, I promise. things not to do on your bio. Do not put Beachbody lingos, and don't put your Beachbody link in your little link thing there. You should have some type of link. Oops, I don't know what happened. Oh, it's my aunt calling me. Okay, hold on just a second. You should have some type of link in there we can teach you guys how to set up what am I trying to say, Kimberly? Like a Google form or something like that, so that people can actually know how to work with you. Again, this is an old picture. I need to update it. But I have a link to I have something called link.bio. It's lnk.bio is what I have. And I have links to my applications. But for right now, you can just put in, if you have a blog, you can put it in there. If you have an email, you can put your email address there, but we can help you figure out what type of link to put in there, because you want people to have a way to get in touch with you. All right. So does anybody have questions about your bio, about doing that? I always give you guys this assignment. By tomorrow, update your bio. If you have not done it yet, put your name in there, update your picture, put a mission statement, put a couple of bullet points about you, and you can only have so many characters in there. So you can only have so many words, but use emojis. Make it something that people want to read, okay? And definitely be yourself. Does anybody have any questions about that? Pretty simple, straightforward. Something easy you can do right now. And I'll share this PDF, but this is a podcast. I've got some things linked into this PDF that you guys can go and listen to as well. Kimberly, do you want to talk about growth?
Sure.
Growing your following?
Yeah. Okay. So like on your business activity tracker, in that middle chunk there that Rachel was talking about is adding followers to your social media. Mainly, you do it on both Instagram and Facebook. Facebook is pretty simple. They pretty much give you a list of suggested people that you might know. Friends of friends, you just go in and hit follow. It's always Facebook, I feel like there's more of a instant kind of connection, just because it's people you have a friend, mutual friend with. Instagram is a little bit trickier because it's not I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It's more of your cold market. You don't know these people as well. And so you really have to be mindful and take the time to be intentional and look for people that you're going to relate to. She's got this color wheel up here. If you guys haven't done that, take time and do that. Fill it out with things that are unique to you, things that describe you, things that you like. And then use those to help you narrow down the people that you are looking for, the people that you want to work with, the people that you want to help. That will really help you as you grow your following. So this is something you need to be doing daily, at least 10 new people each day, adding to I would say 10 new people to Instagram, 10 new people to Facebook, and do it every single day. It seems slow, the growth seems slow at first, but I promise if you're consistent with it, just like anything else in this business, it will add up and it will happen over time. So if you're not growing your social media following, your business is not going to grow. I know right now all of you guys are new, and we have told you guys before, to make a list of 30 to 40 people of your warm market that you can go and invite. Eventually that warm market is going to get lower and lower and lower as you go through those people. And so you have to be growing your following so that you have new people each day that you can connect with and build relationships with, and then eventually transition those conversations into invites. So you have to be growing your following in order for your business to grow. One way you can do this is by searching hashtags, not related to coaching, but something related to you. So go back to that color wheel. For me, I'm a nurse, I'm a mom, I have a golden doodle, I'm a stay-at-home mom, all those things. So I can search hashtags that are related to those things. So mama 3 or stay-at-home mom or nurse mom or whatever it might be, but search hashtags. And then I don't know if you guys have done it yet, but I know when you do search the hashtag, it comes up with a top post and then a recent post. I always go to the recent post and then kind of scroll through those and look from there. And then don't just go through and follow people. Click on their page, look through their photos if they're public. If they have a bio, read that. Think about if they're really somebody that you could see yourself working with, see yourself being friends with and connecting to. Something else I like to do is go to like friends, like my roommate from college or friends from high school, and look at their followers, excuse me, and look through their people and then follow people from there too. I find, it'll tell you like if you have common followers or whatever. And I have found that people, like if you have people in common, they're more likely to follow me back. So that's something else I do. You can also go to your favorite small business accounts or influencers, local coffee shops, different places like that. Look through their followers. And I will also, when I do that, I will look through, like I'll go to my favorite, like one of my people I follow is Risen Motherhood. I don't know if you guys follow them, but I'll go to their page and I'll like look through their posts and find a post that I really liked, like if they shared a quote or something, like a book or something, and then I'll look at the people who liked that photo and then look through those people and try to follow people from there. And like I said, it takes time and consistency, but you just have to start and you have to take the action. I can remember, like, I think when I started coaching 15 months ago, I think I started with like 150 followers. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is never, ever going to grow. But slowly but surely it has. And I promise it will if you do the work.
I always tell, like, I had zero. Like, I don't know, I say zero. Maybe I had like 10 or 15 friends on Instagram. I know I had 150 friends on Facebook, but like, yeah, I literally, my coach actually told me, follow 3 new people a day. So we're telling you 10, and then it's doable, totally doable. But she told me to follow 3 new people every single day, and I did it. And not everybody followed me back, and that's okay, because I truly believe, you guys, I truly believe that if we're doing the work, God is leading us to the people that he wants us to come in contact with. And so I now at this point in my business, and I get to teach you this, it's like doing this seems a little mundane, and you probably sit there and think, oh, I'm following this person, she's not gonna follow me back, blah blah blah. Don't think that way, first of all, but think of this as this could be the next woman I get to help. This could be the next coach on my team. This could be the next woman who just needs to see me be real and honest and share a verse today, right? So think of it that way, because I promise you that these people that you do, when you check that box on your business tracker every day, it's more than just a box. You are actually like, you're planting seeds, you're growing your business, you're growing your faith, you're encouraging other people. And it's really and truly such a small thing, it seems like, but it yields the biggest results. Okay. So type in the chat bar, I will follow 10 new people a day. Please type in.
And also, this goes back to, your bio that Rachel talked about. Like when you click on to follow somebody, they're going to look at you and say, who is this woman that's coming to follow me? And if you don't have your bio updated, or it doesn't say anything about you, they're not going to follow you. So that's really important.
Good point. Very good point. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about this. Nobody's typing in the chat bar. Y'all got to type in the chat bar. Like, I will follow 10 new people a day. I need to see it. Okay. Sharing versus selling. This is definitely, again, this is like just get over your fears kind of call. Okay. Everybody who signs up to be a coach, I said it, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want people to think I'm just selling a product. I don't want people to think I just am friending them because I want to sell them something. Yeah. I mean, eventually you want to do that. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think about people like Michelle Myers, who does She Works His Way. She wants to sell you her She Works His Way membership, right? I think about Lisa Whittle, who wants to sell you her Jesus Over Everything book. I think about Jenny Allen, who wants to sell you her If Gathering and her books. They're all good things, but they're not just there to sell you something. They're there to share what God has given them to say and to do and how to minister. And they also have a product that they believe in and they want to put into somebody's life to enhance their life, right? Okay. So we're doing the same thing. And it can be really easy to just say, I'm here, drink Shakeology, to take a picture with your cup and, talk about Beachbody and all your posts. These are good things, but you're going to turn people away if you are sharing links, if you are using a lot of corporate lingo. So what we want to teach you guys to share every single day is share your struggles. What obstacle did you overcome today in order to work out? What obstacle did you overcome in order to build your business? What obstacle did you overcome? Maybe it was like you were tempted by the donuts in the work lounge and you didn't eat them, or maybe you did. People need to hear that too. Like I shared my transformation today from 1 week of 9-week control freak. And it's not easy to say this is what I ended up looking like after the holidays and after we went to Waco. Like I felt miserable. I felt bloated. I felt cranky. I felt regret over some of my choices, right? But it's important for people to hear that story and hear you say, but I'm not letting it stop me. I'm not letting it stop me that, this scares me and I'm doing it anyway. I'm not going to let it stop me that I've struggled with like binge eating or yo-yo dieting my whole life. That my story doesn't end here. It just means it's a struggle. It's an obstacle that I get to overcome with God. And I'm going to encourage you as I do it, right? So share your struggles. We can't be women who want to be perfect on social media because nobody wants to see that. They want to hear the hard and they want to see us fighting for what we believe is good. Share your wins. Obviously, share your wins. Maybe you got your kid to eat a carrot today. That's a win, right? That's something a lot of moms would like to celebrate. Share funny things. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, Brooke, I know you are funny all the time. Maybe like sometimes as a defense mechanism, but you're funny. Like you're funny, girl. And you just make me laugh. And I love it when you make me laugh. So, I know that some of my best content is when I share something that my kids say, right? People love to hear that. So just what we're encouraging you to do is to be yourself. Share how health and fitness, health and wellness has impacted your family. Yeah, you're going to post sweaty selfies. Yeah, you're going to, share your workout every day. But if you have a family, you are influencing them for good. And other women want to do that, but they don't know how. So we get to share that messy middle, the sloppy part where we're trying to make it work and it's not perfect, but we're doing it anyways. Share value every single day. And we're going to pump you full of ways to share value. But maybe it's just a hack that, you sprinkle lime juice over your avocado to keep it from turning brown. Maybe it is that, I love to share that when I'm cooking dinner, I just like chop up a bunch of vegetables that go in the dinner, but I leave it sitting out on the coffee table and my kids eat them and I don't even have to tell them to, right? It may be that, if you drink a hot cup of warm lemon water in the morning, it's good for detox. It can be anything. It can be your favorite devotional. It can be whatever, but share value in some way every single day. And that way people are getting more from you than you're asking them for. All right. That's a really good place to be in your business. Give away more than you ask for someone. Okay. From someone. Those are just the basic tips for getting past that. I feel like I'm a salesperson kind of mentality, right? All right. Kimberly, you want to take this one?
Yes. Couldn't get my thing to unmute. Okay, so posting. So on Instagram, we want you guys to be posting no more than once a day on your feed, in your actual squares. On your stories, you can post, I think we say like 10 to 20 times in your stories, but in your feed, just once a day. Always use your photos. Don't use stock photos. Put people are following you for you and not for anybody else. Whether you believe it or not, you're interesting. You have a story to tell, and there's a reason that you're here, and there's a reason that people are following you. Don't post in the moment. This is hard, and this is still something that I struggle with. But take pictures in bulk, keep them on hand, like on the weekends. To, get a couple different outfits together, switch them out, take some pictures, have them on your phone so that you can edit them and use them throughout the week. I know, like I said, I struggle with this. A lot of times I end up just snapping a picture, and it's stressful because then I'm posting and I think, oh crap, I don't have a picture. But if you can do this and take 30 minutes on a Sunday afternoon or on a Saturday afternoon and just snap a bunch of different pictures, then you can edit them and have them ready to go throughout your week. Post more than just fitness. You are not just a Beachbody coach. There are other things that make you you, so share those. Nobody wants to come to your page and just see like Rachel said, sweaty selfies and shakes. Like they want to see your kids. They want to see your dogs. They want to see whatever else makes you you. So share that. You'll be sharing daily fitness journey in your stories. Keep your like workout clips and all that. Post those in your stories. Make sure your feed is reflecting who you said you are in your bio. So if you said you have 3 kids and a dog and you're a, stay-at-home mom, make sure when you're posting things and you have pictures, they see your dog and they see your kids and they see you at home in the mess of the laundry and the dirty clothes, the dirty house, whatever. But they want to see you and not, they want to see like the real you and not just the perfect you. Nobody's perfect. And they want to see you for who you really are.
Yeah. And this takes time, honestly, you guys.
Yeah.
It takes some practice. Like Kimberly said, we do want to encourage you. I know I talked to Steph last week about, use your weekend, make a catalog of pictures. And even Lindsay, I talked to you today and you were like, I don't have a picture to share. So that's where, you don't have it today, but if you take like 30 minutes this weekend and you swap out a couple of shirts and you take 10 pictures, you may have 5 that you want to use over time, but you're cataloging. You're cataloging a group of photos. And so I use the Lightroom app, and you can use it for free. And I use the Lightroom app, and I just honestly, I have these folders. I have these albums, and I'll make an album that's like workout photos. I have an album that's family photos. I have an album that's just like faith photos. I have an album that's like work photos, like it shows me working. And so when I know I have something to say, but I don't want to sit here and try to come up with a great picture and edit it, I've already done that part of the legwork. Now I just get to write the post. So that works really well for me. And I encourage you guys, I know it does for Kimberly too. And so you don't need professional photos done. You just need some good light and an iPhone, honestly, and an editing app. So, that's what we do. And you guys can start that way too. Cause I did used to post in the moment a lot and it was not fun. So posting strategy. So we're telling you, be present, add followers, post once a day. Why is it important to post once a day? You don't always have to do that, but you should definitely be posting on Instagram at least 4 to 5 times a week. All right. As new coaches, I think it's good for you guys to post every day because you're putting something new out there. You're starting to share your story where maybe you weren't before, and you're basically educating your audience on who you are, where you're coming from, where you're going, and what you have to add value in their life. All right. So as you're posting, I really feel like these are 3 main types of posts that you're going to make. All right. Value. You're going to hear us tell you to add value. I don't care if you're posting about your challenge group, it's a transformation photo, you're inviting to your challenge groups, you can still add value. So, share tips on how to whatever. You don't have to be a professional fitness person to do this. A lot of the tips that I get come from the Beachbody blog. They come from Google. Like today on one of my pages, I was sharing about sugar, the effects that sugar has on your body. I Googled that stuff, girl. I didn't go to school to learn about it. I Googled it, and I only shared what I knew to be true for me. So you're constantly adding value. And this can be about, Lindsay, you can share skiing tips, Steph, you can share, how to plant your first garden on a farm. I'm just thinking about things that are unique to you guys. It can be about how to get your kids to eat more vegetables. It can be about how to change your mindset going into a new week. I love to share tips on Sunday because people are thinking about, oh, I need to eat healthier this week. Oh, I need to make a meal plan. Oh, I need to set my business up for success. I love to give tips on how to do those things because that's important to me. So you're going to take your struggles, your passions, things that you're passionate about, and you're just going to share tips and value often. Sometimes value, you guys, is just saying, you know what, God said this to me through this scripture in my quiet time this morning, and I feel like I need to encourage you with it too, right? Giving more than you take is really important in our business. So that's one type of post, value. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples again. But the second type of post is what we call a viral post. Now, I've never made a post that legit went viral on social media, but I know what my audience likes. And my audience loves white quotes. This is called a white quote right here, you see, about kids. Okay. They love it when I talk about being a mom or whatever. And so I know from time to time, I want to put that out there. I actually was thinking about a white quote tomorrow, but I don't know how I should do it given the election, but I'm going to think about that and pray about it. So, just type something that pertains to your market. And if you quote somebody else, when I say here, reference your source, make sure that if you're quoting someone else, you do give them credit. All right. So, these are posts that do get shared, liked, shared to stories, commented on, that type of thing. And again, you know what I do? I Google funny mom quotes is what I do to look for something like that. Like, I don't come up with this stuff on my own. I just Google it. And so the third type is vulnerable. And this is really important too. And, I'm always encouraging you when you're like, oh, I don't want to share this because this is where I'm at. You know what? People are right where you are at today. If you're struggling to make fitness a priority in your life, somebody else is too. If you're struggling to invite God into it, somebody else is struggling too. If you're crushing it and you're like on high and you want to share that with people, somebody needs to hear that today, okay? But get vulnerable. Nobody wants to see somebody who just doesn't ever struggle, who's crushing it and has no problems, right? That's not reality. We're inspired by people who are overcoming or who are committing to overcoming in the future, okay? So be vulnerable, be relatable. This is really hard for new coaches. Heck, it's hard for me sometimes. I'll never forget the first time that I'd actually shared my before picture, the very first before picture that I'd ever taken. I didn't share that for a long, long time because I didn't want people to see me that way. And it wasn't horrible. It's not horrible, but to me, I was not proud of it, that I'd let myself get to that point. And so I'll never forget. And my coach was just like, Rachel, what if somebody needs to see that? And so Matt and I prayed about it and, was that the right thing to do? And I shared it and it blew up because I got really vulnerable and told people about how far away I'd gotten from where I wanted to be. Right. And so it does build a level of trust with the people that are following you. And it also lets them into who you are and what your story is. And it gives hope. Anytime you share something that's hard to share and you tell people, this is where I'm at, or this is where I was, and this is where I'm going and how I'm overcoming, you give a woman hope. So let's be bold again about doing that too. So this is a value post. First of all, the picture is one that I knew people would stop and read it just because it's like an eye-catching picture. And so you did that on purpose. This post is about, it's like giving value to business owners. It's telling my story. I was talking about what I did as a new coach, kind of all the mistakes that I made, and encouraging new coaches to not do what I did. So I went on to give some tips about being a new coach and what to do as a new coach. Now you can do this with your fitness journey. You can do this if you're just starting a new workout program. You can do this if you're just starting to eat clean. You can do this with whatever, but just tell your story, talk about your struggle, and then give tips to people on how to overcome it. And any of these content, honestly, you guys, you can easily turn into a post that says, hey, if you want more, if you want to link arms with me, or you want to join my next accountability group, I've got room for you. Just comment below or hit the link in my bio, right? I don't think I know every post should not be a call to action, but it's easy to make a very relatable post into a call to action post, okay? The next one is viral. Again, this is just an example. I shared this from Cotton in Copper, and it was really funny. I loved it, and obviously my followers did too, because they got shared and liked and commented on it, just like blew up. Again, I didn't have to do anything. I just saw something that really made me laugh, and I saved it, and then I shared it, and it spoke directly to my audience, and it was one of those good engagement booster type of posts. So those are easy to do every so often. This is Shannon. This is a vulnerable one. She talks about how some days you'll want to quit. She said, in the photo on the left, it was a year ago, post C-section. I didn't even want to start. So she's really telling you, like letting you into how she felt, just how discouraged she was. But this is what I did. I chose to grit my teeth. I chose to show up because I want to take care of the one body God gave me. You're blessed to have yours. Is November a month you make taking care of it a priority? I know you can. You don't have to nail it every day, but you do have to show up. Your transformation is now. next. So, yeah, that's really good. She started being very vulnerable, talked about how she was overcoming, and then she left some encouragement. And it would be very easy for Shannon to go back to that post and look to see who liked and commented on it and just say, hey, thank you so much for supporting me. It's not always easy to get vulnerable like that, but I'm on a mission to help other people feel as good as I do. Do you have some health and fitness goals yourself? You want to talk about joining my next accountability group, right? It's easy to turn this content into conversations that you invite people with. All right, so I'm going to if you guys have any questions, just stop me, but I'm going to let you take it from here, Kimberly.
Okay. Okay, so this is something that I have just recently implemented that is really important. So we don't want you guys to put up your post and then shut down your computer, your phone, and run away. Like, when you need to make sure that when you are getting ready to put your post up, that you have a few minutes to stay there and like and comment and connect with other people on social media. This is really important, because when you go into other people's pages and you're liking and you're commenting or you're sending messages, they're going to see your post that you just put up, and that's going to be a connection you can make. So immediately after you post, go and like and comment on other posts for 5 minutes. Respond to engagement votes that you have been in your polls. Like, if you put up in your stories a poll, go to see who responded to that and connect with those people. Look through other people's stories and engage in those. So if they have polls up, if they have the question box up, interact with them. Respond to them, shoot them a message from one of their stories, respond to the comments on your post right away. And why is because this brings more eyes and engagement to your post. Instagram rewards people that are using the tools that they have, people that are engaging with other people's things. They're going to put your stuff in people's feeds the more you use like their reels, their stories, all the little tips and tools and things that they offer. So make sure when you're posting that you have 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes to stay there and interact with other people.
I always forget to do this. Not always, but try not to forget. All right. Do you guys have any questions before we move on to stories? Just about posts, about content, about, like types of posts. Do you have any questions for us before we move on to stories?
I have a question, but I don't know if you're going to touch on it. If you are, just say like, we're about to get there. So I talked to Shannon a couple weeks ago about how she takes pictures. Like, how does she, like, if I'm always by myself, or like I'm with my 7-year-old, or, the baby or something, how she said, like, especially for her workouts, when she videos herself, she has like a tripod or a way to set up her phone. So like things like that, like if I'm by myself, but I'm in an opportunity where I feel like I can take some good pictures, or I have some time to take those pictures. Is there an app or a way to set up my phone, or something? Like, I was totally in Kimberly's stories earlier, where she was like, I had no social media following. I had to learn. Like, I'm totally learning.
Yeah. I didn't even know that there's like, you could turn the camera around on your phone and take like a selfie when I was a new coach. Like,
I feel like I'm constantly, like, the pictures that I've been taking recently, I'm always like, holding the phone up, and I'm like, people want to see a different angle.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see it back there. It's a ring light. I have that. Now I'll post a link. There's actually like a $35 one that one of my friends told me about. Like, it collapses and stuff. And that would work. But honestly, I didn't have one of those for like 2 years, probably. I propped my phone up. That was it. That's it. I am the girl when I'm out and I'm by a brick wall and the lighting is right. I will prop my phone up on the street side and turn it around, and I'll set the timer and I'll take a picture. Like I have a lot of pictures like that, quite honestly. But yeah, I don't care anymore. I used to be a little embarrassed. My kids take a lot of pictures for me if we're out, and they're like, "Oh, mom." But now they're just like, they know to do it and get it over with so we can keep doing what we were doing, right? So yeah, don't overthink it. I would definitely play. Like if you see like an angle that somebody else posts and you like that, like in the mornings when I work out, honestly, Amanda, I don't even use my tripod. Sometimes I just prop my phone up on the floor by my desk and you guys know how to record your videos and stories. I think everybody knows how to do that. So, it's really mostly about lighting, the angle that you like, and, trying to do some different things. So if, all your posts are like the same pose, the same angle, like, I mean, I can share calls on like content like that, but right now you just really need to be posting and you just need to be playing with it. So, I don't know if I even answered your question, but like, I just prop my phone up is what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kimberly.
Yeah, I have a tripod, but honestly, I don't even really know where it is right now. But I don't know if you like, I use them. If you have an Apple Watch, I don't know if you have one, you can open like the camera app on your Apple Watch and like hit the button there and that'll connect it to your phone. So you can like, I use that a lot and I just prop my phone up on like my water bottle or whatever in my kitchen or whatever is there. And then just get a photo editing app and that can help you lighten it up and brighten it up. But just, yeah, it doesn't like the picture doesn't have to be perfect right now. It's more about like what you're sharing. And I don't remember who I told this to, but like, I may have been at our retreat. Like I was looking back, like, how Facebook posts get your memories back up. And I was like, oh my gosh, do you ever look back at your old posts and you think, what the heck was I thinking? Like all my pictures, like it's okay. Like they're going to be silly and you're going to feel uncomfortable, but it's okay. Like just be bold and just keep practicing. And just like anything else, it'll get better and you'll feel more natural with it. But just prop your phone up, set your timer and just go for it.
I'm gonna go back and find some old pictures tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Like just
some of mine. I don't remember if today was one of them, but like, and I remember Rachel, you told me one time, you're like, maybe you should wear some color. Like I was always in black. So yeah.
Oh, but she did. She took my advice. Okay. So yeah, did we help? Like they're really like, I use the timer on my phone is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And most of it I do take it myself. I do love my tripod. If you want to spend $35 on a tripod, especially if the lighting in your house is not good, it looks like your lighting is not bad. But like honestly, in the beginning, I just stood in front of a window or I went outside and took a picture. Lighting is good. And then but yeah, don't overthink it. I mean, if it's horrible and grainy and dark, don't post it. But like again, take some time on a weekend or whatever. And when in the afternoon, when the lighting is good and, go out to some cool places and just take some pictures or, something like that. But as far as my stories and stuff, I just prop my phone up usually. Yeah. Good question. That's a good question. I wouldn't have thought about that. All right. Anybody else before we keep going? All right, you guys, let's see. Okay. So stories, on your business activity tracker, again, in that middle part, it gives you a list of things to post about in your stories. And if you notice, like it's daily life, it's just, like recognizing somebody else. Yes, there are a lot of business stuff, but that's important too. The stories is, your squares, your posts are a little bit more curated. You do put a little bit more time and effort into the photo and what you write. Stories are where you just get to share kind of like a reality show of your life. And I want you to be yourself in your posts, but it's also a way for you to really engage and show who you are. Hey, turn that down, bud, please. And so, definitely every day, like you've made your coach announcement. Now people need to actually see you working out in your stories. That's where you build that credibility. And that's where people kind of get blown away, not by like your body or your transformation, but really just by your ability to be consistent and to show up, and you get to do that every single day. And so some days I want to be like, people know I work out, I don't need to post a workout clip, right? But somebody may not know that I do it every day, or me sharing that workout this morning may just have been what somebody needed to get up and do something for themselves, right? So share your workouts every day. Definitely share product usage. You're going to see me and Kimberly do our Energize every single morning. We don't call it Energize. We don't put a link in there. We don't even really, I don't think, show the bottle, the little box, but we call it our go-go juice or our mama juice. And we freaking believe in it and love it. And I want mamas to drink it. So you're going to see me share that often. I almost every day show a picture of my shake. Why? Because one, I love it and it helps me, but I'm also going to be asking these people who are watching me to buy it in a challenge pack, right? And if they see me and they know I do it every single day, they're going to be a lot more likely to trust me with that and try it themselves. So I'm not like saying, oh, here's my Shakeology. Some days I'm kind of just stupid with it, but like a lot of times it's like, oh, lunch on the go, or, like it's in a shot of me working, or I'm driving down the road with my family and I'm on the go, or I'm on the run, and this was simple. So just really and truly, I just try to get it in there every day because I want people to know I drink it every day and I do love it. Sometimes I'll share a testimonial from Shakeology. Honestly, I haven't done that in a long time. I probably need to do it again. So that's product usage. Share a healthy meal. It can just be a quick, maybe you go through a drive-through and you made the healthiest choice possible and you snap a picture and put it in your stories. Or maybe you show people how you make in 3 frames, how you make Instant Pot chicken tacos. Just show people what you're eating and how that contributes to your results. Share daily life. You're going to see me share scripture every morning, something from my devotions. You're going to see me share walks with my kids, or date night with my husband, or family night, movie night, right? That lets people get to know who I am, and I don't have to sit here and think a lot about like, ooh, does this picture look good? The filters and stories are fun. Find one that you love, use it often. And then honestly, I invite almost every single day to a challenge group, to give away a free meal plan, to the coaching opportunity, because those stories go away in 24 hours. And, you may be like, oh, Rachel, that's a lot. I don't want people to think that I'm blah, 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 whatever. Your stories go away in 24 hours. So if you're not telling people over and over what you are offering, and in different ways, like I've given you guys a bunch of different stories to use, and you can do those or not and make them your own. But if you're not telling people what you have to offer, then they're not going to join you. And it really takes people hearing something, seeing something 7 to 10 times before they actually take action. And so you've just started to tell people that you're a coach. You've just started to talk about your challenge groups, right? So you've got to tell people again and again, and stories is a really easy way to do that. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to come up with a story series every day. You can finish your workout and tell people, hey, I'm about to go log into my boot camp. I'm going to, check in with the women in there. I would love for you to be a part of this. Do you have any health and fitness goals? Yes or no, right? That can be an invite. You don't have to overthink it. Some things that I don't want you doing in stories is you don't need to be on there like all day, every day. If that's your personality and you love it, great. But I don't want you to be a slave to stories. I encourage you to have something up there throughout the day if you can. I know some of you guys work crazy jobs and shifts and you can't be on social media at work, and that's okay. Maybe you dump some photos at the end of the day, or dump some encouragement or your workout later or something. Just be present and show people. I like to keep it between 15 20 really slides a day. And again, I don't just post fitness, post about other things. People love when I post about my kids or when I share a meal or something like that, and it gets a lot of engagement. There is that recognition piece on your tracker. What that means is just like you see us share somebody else's post to our stories, or I shout out a coach who does something, or they hit a goal, or I shout out a challenger who, maybe she's like, I made it all day without eating a donut, and she's so excited about it, right? I recognize people who join my challenge groups, who join my team. And so it's really important to show people that it's not just you doing all these great things and getting these results, but it's other people too. Don't skip your stories. I do like to take Sundays off from stories because I just don't want to be like on my phone or looking at it or posting in there, thinking about what I need to come up with. It is definitely a Sabbath day for social media for me. But every other day I am there, I am present. Now, if I'm with my family and I don't want to be on my phone, I'm going to take some pictures while I'm with them, but I'm not going to post it until later, right? So we do want to teach you good stewardship of this part of your business, and it can be easy to be something that just controls you, and we don't want it to be that way. Definitely use Reels. We're not going to train you on Reels tonight. I want you to start playing with it. I want you to start, just figuring it out. We can definitely answer your questions, but Reels are hot right now. And if you're doing Reels, your content is getting pushed out on Instagram. And those are, you can do like how to make tacos. You can do like encouraging, like share some truth versus lies. You can do whatever you want to, but definitely be using Reels. Okay. And then the last, I'm gonna let Kimberly take over next. Instagram stories. These matter just as much as your squares. Like I said, talk to your followers in your stories. Steph, you're awesome at this. I've been seeing you do this all weekend. Talk to people, like actually talk. Don't just post pictures, but talk to people. People love to hear your voice, love to catch your fire. And so that's really fun to do. And post, like alternate what your content is in your stories. If you do just talk all day long, people are going to check out. But if you do a series of videos and then you have like a still photo and a boomerang and then you talk some more, it just kind of breaks it up, and people stay engaged with your content. So ask questions. I love to do this, and I have not done this enough recently, honestly. Ask questions about your followers. Maybe it's like, today I did National Popcorn Day. Do you like salty or sweet popcorn, right? Super easy way to engage. Why do you follow me, for faith or fitness? I'm talking about polls. You can put polls in there. What do you want to see more of on my page? Meal plans or devotion ideas for kids, right? So honestly, not constantly, but often you're asking questions about your followers is a really good way for them to say, hey, she really cares about me. Like, she really wants to know about me. Even if it is just the, like, do you like salty or sweet popcorn? I'll get a lot of votes in that poll, and it'll give me an opportunity to go into people's inbox and connect and engage with them. So use the polls features, use the question box, use emojis, be yourself in your stories, and just don't overthink it. Okay, well, we'll do this last, but this is a tracker if you guys want it. It just is something another coach made, and it gives, like, if you're like, oh, I'm struggling to come up with some sort of like, okay, what do I post each day in my stories? I just thought it was really good. Like she has on Thursday, do daily life, personal development, encouragement, then a product use story, talk about your group, family gratitude, part of my why, call to action. I don't know what that says. Invite to learn, question feature. It was just really good I like how she diversified it, and I can post that in our group too if you need help with that. It's also a tracker. So like, did I invite to fitness today? Did I invite to the business right here in this part? On my social media, did I make a coaching post, a fitness post, a family post, an invite post, lifestyle, that type of thing. And it gives you a really good kind of like roadmap for your content if you want something like that. I can definitely post it. Okay. All right. You already talked about this. I'm going to skip that one.
Okay.
Engage on content every day. And then, okay, there you go.
Okay. So when you, sorry, I just got a text from, sorry. Okay. When you have a call to action post, you need to tell people what to do. You need to start it with a caption that is engaging, like a statement, a sentence, a question, that engages them and makes them want to keep reading. So have you ever, I don't know, done whatever? At the bottom, like if you have like you're posting something for encouragement, tag a friend below who, inspires you every day. If you share a recipe, bookmark this post and save it for later. Tell me your favorite movie. If you're like family movie night and you're posting about that, something that is like not always a call to action to join your group, but something that's a call to action that helps them engage in your posts and leaves a comment. That's just simple. It doesn't make them get vulnerable. It doesn't make them be uncomfortable. It's just a simple, I like this, it's simple. easy engagement for them to get to engage on your post. And then you can go back and you can respond to those people in a message and say, oh, I haven't seen that movie. Thanks for the recommendation. I will go back and watch that. Just a simple way to start those conversations and get those relationships building.
I was just sharing with y'all my old posts. They're really funny. They're really funny. Okay. My favorite apps. This is usually a question I get. You guys may already have like editing apps. I mean, I didn't do anything with this whenever I started. So some of my favorite ones are Pick Tap Go. It's a really easy one you can use for filters. Honestly, Instagram has good filters. So if you just use theirs, they're good. Lightroom, like I said, that's where I edit like the filters on my phone. You can pay for presets, but I also know that Lightroom has presets in there already just to brighten up your photos and stuff. But I would definitely catalog and organize your photos in Lightroom more than anything. And then you can buy, I mean, like I bought filters for like $5 that I love. So Square Ready, I always get asked, how do I put those white squares around my photos? I like that look. You don't have to. I like other people who don't use it too. So I just do that for continuity in my feed. But that app is called Square Ready. And then Plan is what I use, PLANN. Is this still free? Do you pay for yours, Kimberly, Plan, or do you use it at all?
I do use it. I don't have the free one,
Okay.
or I mean, I don't pay for it. I have the free version, and it allows you like 30 posts a month or whatever. Okay. So I like this month, I won't be able to use it for the last day or whatever. But
okay. Yeah. So yeah, Plan is this app that you see on the right. Basically, when I'm taking pictures and if I edit them and I know I want to use it next week, I can upload it to Plan and I can actually write my post and have it ready to go to post when I know I want to post it. Plan is also where I store my hashtags. So I have a set of like 5 to 6 different types of hashtags. Like if I make a post about being a mom, I have a set of hashtags I'll put in the comments. If I make a post about faith, I have a set of hashtags I'll put in the comment. I love it. I use it every single day. And it helps me just organize and plan my content. PLANN. Okay. So then for stories, I use Unfold. This picture here on the right, I made it in Unfold. And then like today, the workout stories I did where I was the image was moving. That was Mojo. I love Mojo. I don't know if that's free or not, but if you do pay for it, it's not a whole lot. Over is one, it's kind of a little bit more intense to use, but Canva.com, you can put the app on your phone or you can do it from your desktop. I love to use Canva in my desktop because I just think it's easier to use and to create things. And honestly, every time I share like one of those stories series with you guys, that's from Canva. Super user friendly. And then just to end it, you guys, well, not to end it, we're gonna talk about the next slide is about just some tips for a healthy mindset, healthy use of social media, because again, you'll hear us talk about stewardship of this business and what God has given you. And we said it at the beginning and we'll say it again. Social media is good, is a very good thing, and we can use it for good, but it can also become something that becomes bad if it takes our attention off of Christ, if we find our worth in it, if it is something that, it's sucking all our time and our energy and we're not getting anywhere. It can actually take away from your business, honestly. If you are scrolling social media and watching all the other coaches post instead of actually working your own business, then it's going to hurt you. But if you go in there, you do your work, you do what's on your tracker, and you get out, then you're actually going to grow. So Kimberly's going to give you some tips on how to use it for good.
Okay. So set your hours for your screen time. Please don't be on your phone all the time. I know it can be a struggle. It's something I struggle with even still. But if you set hours and set timers on your phone, set boundaries for when you're going to be on your phone, like it will help, I promise. So set certain times for when you're going to check your messages, when you're going to look at comments, and when you're going to respond to those. And let your family know too. Say, hey, like from 2 to 4, I'm going to work my business and respond to these messages. And after that, if I'm still on it, like tell me, call me out. So set hours. Be where your feet are. Be where your feet are. So if you are, having a family movie night, or if you're on a date with your husband, or if you're out with your girlfriends, be there. Like, put your phone away, keep it in your purse, put it in the other room, be present, and be where you should be at that time. Like, your messages, like, people can wait in your messages. If they can't wait, an hour, 2 hours to hear back from you, then they're not your people. Plan ahead. Like we said before, use weekends as a time to take pictures that you can use later. Take out a piece of paper and like jot down what you want to post the next week. You don't have to sit down and write your complete post, but having an idea of what you want to post about, it really helps you, so you're not scrambling for something throughout the week, and then you can be more present and confident in what you're doing every single day. And so if you have a plan, Monday I'm going to do motivation, Tuesday transformation, Wednesday funny quotes, Thursday's coaching post. If you have an idea of what you want to post, it really takes the headache out of it throughout your week. And then ask for help. Get an accountability partner. Like I said, with setting the hours, like, have your husband call you out on it, or have a friend say, let's work our business together for this hour, and then let's go unplug the rest of the night. Like, have somebody to hold you accountable and to keep you to what you say you're going to do. You're muted.
Anyways, just be consistent. That's all I was saying. So like, honestly, it's really and truly, like, again, it's sloppy and it's messy and you're figuring it out right now. But if you can be consistent, if you post once a week, post once a week. If you post twice a week, post twice a week. If you do stories, you know what I'm saying. But like, it really does work. The compound effect works in this business. That slight edge, we're having you read the slight edge or the compound effect, either one. If you listen to those books or read those books, they're telling you the same thing. Just do the little things that don't seem like they're really are going to make that big of a difference in your world today. But if you're doing them every single day, that slight edge, that compound effect is happening. Even when you can't see it, it's happening. And so again, let me say this too. That was a lot of information. I know that was a lot of information. I'll share these slides in our Launchpad page, but you guys, like, I repeated Coach Basics 3 times because I needed to. I had to do and implement and learn and ask questions and hear it again and, like, again on repeat. So if you go through this coach training and you sit through this call 3 months in a row, that's okay. Like, that's okay. The biggest thing is just be taking action and figuring it out as you go. Those are the coaches. You guys are the coaches who are going to get somewhere, and you're going to grow in confidence that way too. That's really important, because this is not a business where you wait until you feel confident to do these things. Yeah, you got to do them now, and the confidence comes later. Okay. So that's all we have. I know it's 9:04. Do you guys have questions for us? Please don't hesitate to ask us anything. Like, I can actually even like pull up my phone and show you how to do something. Like, I can share my screen with you guys and show you how to make something, or how to whatever, search hashtags or whatever you need me to do. Like, I mean, we're here for it. It's 10 Kimberly's time, so she may not be here for it, but does you may have any questions? No? Okay. All right, you guys.
I do.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Hey, Rachel. Sorry. I need some help with hashtags. I've kind of been getting, like, when I do a post, I just randomly, whatever, like if I was posting about homeschooling that day, I will, put homeschooling, and whatever pops up, that's kind of how I've been doing hashtags. But how do you do them?
Like in the
what do you
comment,
recommend?
you're talking about in the comments of your photo. Can you hear me? I don't know if she can hear me.
Yeah, when I'm looking for hashtags to put
Okay.
on my post.
Yeah.
Not directly on my post, because I think you recommended doing it on the comments, right?
Yes. Yes. So your hashtags do need to go in the comments of, like, immediately in the comments of under your post. So if you put all those, you can put up to 30 hashtags on a post. And if you do that, if you actually like put 30 hashtags in your post, it just looks messy and not attractive. So the way Instagram works is you put them in the comments immediately after you post. So if you need to do it pretty quickly, then you need to have some saved already, Evelyn. This is what I do. So like I said, you can do this in your notes section of your phone. You can have like a different note for homeschooling hashtags. You can have a note for, weekend hashtags. You can have a note for binge eating hashtags or whatever as part of your story. So what I did is I just sat there and I took the time to come up with 30 hashtags. So like it's, and they're not all like homeschooling. Like if I do a homeschool post, it might be like Mississippi homeschooling mom. It might be homeschooling mom, help. It might be first time homeschooling mom. For you, like Chicago homeschooling mom, homeschooling mom of girls, of teenage girls. Like, so you see, it's not just like hashtag homeschool mom. It's like you get kind of specific and you vary it, but it also reflects who you are. Does that make sense? So what you need to do is like when you have 20, 30 minutes, you need to sit down and like type into your Instagram search bar, just start typing hashtag homeschool and see what comes up. And it's going to give you a list of a lot of different hashtags. And you want to use some that are kind of big. They have been used a lot. And you want to use some that are kind of small with fewer users because it's going to diversify who sees your post.
Okay.
And
okay,
so,
thank you.
Yeah, so I have a set of hashtags for homeschool, for mom life, for business tips, for faith focus, for boy mom homeschool. I have some for food issues like struggles. Those are kind of the main ones that I'll pull and just copy and paste. And I have mine saved in plan, but you can do that in your notes section if you don't have plan. But hashtags are important. Don't post and not use hashtags. Okay, promise me that too. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that good? Anybody else? Okay. All this comes together for good. I promise. I promise it does. All right. Kimberly, do you want to say a prayer for us tonight? Do you mind?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Dear God, I just thank you so much for bringing us all together tonight. Thank you for each of these ladies who have taken time out of their busy schedules to come and just to learn and to do what you have called them here to do. God, you've brought each of these women here into coaching for a reason and for a purpose. And I just thank you that you are leading them to do what you've asked them to do, God. I pray that you would help us to take what we've talked about, help us to take what we've learned here tonight and just to go and take action, to be bold, to use so for good and to shine your light in this dark world. And God, I just pray that you would be with each of us as we go throughout the rest of our week. Help us to just stay strong and stay consistent and do the work and to fall in love with this work. It is good and it is worthy and you have called us all here. And I just thank you so much for it. I thank you again for these women and just help us to have a great night and to keep us all safe. And it's in your son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. Bye, you guys. See you later.